All right, here we go. We're going to do some pinky diagonal waves. And this one's going to be really fun. And you're going to find that at least one direction of this actually sounds really cool. And eventually you may be able to actually use it in your playing and in your improvising. So again, let's start with your first finger on the 5th fret. We're going to have one finger per fret. And we're only going to use the last 4 strings. Okay, we're not going to use the E string. We're not going to use the A string at all. So here's what we're going to do. The first time we did diagonal waves, we started with your first finger, and then you went up the strings. We're just going to reverse that, okay? We're actually going to start with your pinky this time on the 8th fret, and then we're going to go up the strings, going backwards or down the frets. So here's how we're going to start with your fretting hand. Your pinky on the 8th fret on the D string. Your ring finger goes on the 7th fret on the G string. Your middle finger goes on the 6th fret on the B string. And your index finger or first finger goes on the 5th fret on the E string. Okay? So we got pinky, ring finger, middle finger, first finger. Like this. And again, you can see how we have a diagonal line across the fretboard, which is why we're going to call this diagonal waves. Now, when we come back the other way, we're going to start with our pinky again, except we're going to take your pinky down to the E string, start your pinky on the E string, then we're going to go down this way, down the same frets, except we're going to come up the strings. So pinky on the, 8th fret? Yep, pinky on the 8th fret, ring finger on the 7th fret on the B string. Middle finger goes on the 6th fret on the G string. And your first finger goes on the 5th fret on the D string. So here's the whole exercise with your fretting hand. We're going to have pinky here. We're going to go down the strings. Then we're going to start with your pinky here. And we're going to come back this way, up the strings. So we're going to be making this shape. So the picking, let me actually show you the exercise. The picking is going to be exactly the same as it was on first finger diagonal waves, except we're just using a different fretting hand position. So it should look like this. Remember the picking on the way up the strings, up in pitch. We're going to go down, 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 down. All right? We're going to go down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. See, I told you it sounds pretty cool. So down, 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 down. When we come up, we're going to pick up, 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 up. Except we're going to start with your pinky on the E string, and then we're going to go backwards the way we came up. Except, sorry, you're not going to keep all your fingers on the strings. I don't know why I did that, but it's going to look like this. Okay, so pinky starts, always. This is pinky diagonal waves. And we're going to reverse it, starting with your pinky. Okay. This one's probably going to be pretty difficult at first. Take a little while for your fingers to get coordinated to actually hit these particular notes. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of time. That's fine. We've been building up to this exercise the whole time, so it should be, I won't say reasonably easy, but it should be a lot easier than if we would have just started with this. It would have probably felt almost impossible. So again, I really want you to take your time and try to play well. Look, there's no such thing as going too slow. So if you need to do it this slow at the beginning, if you need to do this, that's perfect. That's better than trying to go fast and going really sloppy like this. That just sounds awful, and you're really kind of rewiring your brain to play sloppy, and nobody wants that. You definitely don't want it, and I can guarantee whoever you play for obviously doesn't want it either. So here's your goal. Here's your aim. We're trying to aim towards this. course, like I always say on these dexterity exercises, I would really do 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes a day. Of course, being consistent doing it every day is going to be better than doing it every other day, but either way, as long as you're doing it consistently, you're going to get there. You're going to build the finger strength, you're going to build the dexterity, and literally, like I've said before, everything that you play is going to be so much easier. It's going to feel so much more effortless, and your brain is going to be free to focus more on the sound, and you're really, really, really going to start playing a whole lot better, okay? Now on this exercise, again, the more comfortable you get with it, the faster you're naturally going to be able to go, but I wouldn't push it. I wouldn't try to play fast. I would try to relax and play well, and over time your fingers are going to get more comfortable doing that, and you're naturally going to start being able to play faster. I would try to get up. I would make it a goal to try to get to about that speed, okay? There's really no reason to go faster. Again, we're just kind of flossing our finger joints. We're just building that dexterity and that fluidity, okay? Again, if you try to force it, if you try to go really fast, you're going to tense up. It's not going to sound good, and we're not going to be training your hands and your brain in the right way. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Again, spend some time on it. Whenever you get reasonably comfortable at it, then I would actually go back. If I were you, I would go back to the very beginning of these exercises and go through all of them again. You're going to find that, first of all, the very first exercise is going to be way easier than it was the first time around. But you can just keep using this series of exercises to keep your hands in shape and to keep you loose. And you can even use some of them as a warm-up like I do. But anyway, I hope you had fun with that, and I hope by now your fingers have so much more dexterity than when you started. So enjoy.